turn 29. I'm away from home and I forgot my mouse, so please forgive the bad movement of camera, which were already quite bad in the recent videos because my keys of the keyboards are totally broken. So it was a good turn, many fights, several retreats, killed 3 Cherubs from Gab. So he has 2 left, I think. So the first one was here. It's a Cherub I had spotted before. I sent an Apprentice to kill it. So it means he knows I'm here, but anyway, I wanted to clear the sites, the 3 sites there, and if I didn't kill the Cherub, he would have seen my hero, so that was worse than keeping the location of my Apprentice. I did that because, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the shrine is cleared, the Ziggurat is cleared too, and I had sent him on a path northeast by killing a Cherub there with the serpent and the boar, so he probably thought I was going there and he probably sent his army there. It was there the previous turn, move 4 hexes to get to Ziggurat, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, so he had only 1 movement point left to keep all his armies together. So I assume it was quite far, and that's why I took the risk of killing the Cherub there and clearing all the sites. So then I did the first battle with these 2 units. The Phantasmarior was at 10 HP, I think, because he was left at 3 and then, oh no, actually he was at 9, 3 and regen of 6 during the turn. Couldn't heal it because Nourishing Meal doesn't work on Phantasmarior. I killed the 3 Fell Horse mainly with my AD. I would have liked to befriend one, but I didn't manage to do it. I had to kill all of them to avoid being injured or killed on the Phantasmarior. But I did get a tiger as a reward because it was a great farm, which then allowed me to do the other fights. So I did the gold mine, had to retreat because the units were getting dangerously close to me. Then I finished it through a second engagement, killed all the units. Couldn't give much experience to the Phantasmarior or the tiger. Again, it was mostly the druid doing most of the damage output, but it was still good because I got about 100 gold as reward from these 2 sites. Then finally I did this fight where I summoned ancestral spirits to be sure I would not be in danger, because that was quite dangerous with 2 wisps, an apprentice, and also obviously the Phantasmarior. And the wisp also are hard to kill for my AD because cold lightning doesn't work very well on them, and the physical damage I can do with the longbow didn't work very well. So then I was done in this area. I used the movement points of the tiger and the Phantasmarior as much as possible to be able to move quite far with the AD. So even if Gab can get to my other units, I hope he cannot get to the AD and I can escape. Then I'm not sure where I'm going to move next, because there's this lava there, so I don't think I can manage to clear the Sphinx Temple. We'll see. Defender set and everything. Lava is going through rocks there, so it looks like it's not possible to move all the way through here, and it doesn't look very much like there is a bridge. So I'm a bit in trouble actually. I'm not yet sure how I'm going to deal with that. I might just try to hide, and then when Gab moves towards here I can maybe try to escape. I don't know, I'm not yet very clear how I'm going to deal with that. Then I have the Ice Queen there with 1 Cherub from Gab, so I killed 3 Cherub this turn, so he has minus 100 happiness. And yeah, so with the Ice Queen I'm going to get out of here and go to the surface, because as I explained on the video on the previous turn, the Ice Queen is too slow. Move only 8 hexes every turn, so on the ground, so I cannot keep her with me. It's too dangerous. She's going to be caught by Gab, so instead I'm just going to water and hoping I can escape somehow. We'll see. It's a very strong unit, so I hope I can save her. With these 2 units I'm running away. I could have recruited a knight and some tier 1s there, but not really interesting. I need to save my mana. Then I kill the second Cherub here, but first maybe this one, the last one I killed. Oh no. Oh, actually I forgot. Okay, so maybe I should not do them in this order. So this one first. So I knew there was this Cherub there because I had spotted it last turn with my Wisp, and if you remember I had sent the Eager Rider to be in a location where I could kill it. I did find him, kill it with the Eager Rider, didn't get injured much, as you can see, took only 4 damage. I didn't try to cast any spell, which then allowed me to do some clearing. So not here, not here either. That's the 2 last fights. I did the fight yesterday. Yeah, so the Flowrock Quarry I managed to get the Blight Doctor as the last unit standing. Used the Veil of Despair and everything, and had a 58% chance of convert, and then I magic. So it's good. I wanted to have the Blight Doctor before, and I have one, so it's good because it's a support unit, so he has Inflicts 10 and he has Weakening, which is very good to increase further the chances of convert. And then I did the mana node fight. I would have liked to get 10 more experience for the cavalry, to get it to elite and then evolve it and then have all my movement points restored, and I would have been able to clear these 2 sites maybe, but didn't manage to do it. So I'm just staying like this, and it means the plan to move there, take the catalysts, are a bit more difficult to fulfill. We'll see. Then so I did this fight, which was quite tough. Let's show it. I had to sacrifice the Marauder, which is a shame because that's a unit with cave concealment, so it's quite useful. But at the same time I was really in danger to lose all the units, so it was better to sacrifice one rather than lose everything. And that's something you should also keep in mind when doing tough fights. Sometimes you have to sacrifice one unit. You need to consider the cost benefit, and here the benefit is about 40 research points plus 1 skill, which here was, I think, Arc and Steady, which is not useful, directly useful, but still it removes some clutter on the research book, and yeah, some experience too. But would have liked to keep the tier 1, but you know. So I'm 5 versus 4. I've got nice damage output with the Fairy, but I'm facing units with high resistance, so I'm not dealing actually that much damage. They have combat healing, normal healing. They've got converts. I've got 2 Evangelists, including 1 Tyrant who moves very fast. The Reanimator also has, it can also heal itself, it can raise cadaver. I've got Strokers unit, so it's quite strong unit actually fighting me. So of course I need to pay attention to the convert. At the same time I cannot really avoid it. So that's why I sent the Marauder there, in the hope that it would be converted actually, to waste one of the converts from enemy units. Here you see I moved it several times because I wasn't really sure what would be the best location. I don't want it to die this turn, and I can be attacked by 3 units doing a lot of damage. At the same time I don't want to be too far, otherwise they won't go for me. Sorry, I don't know how to unzoom without my mouse actually. So I cannot get a good camera angle. So yeah, I don't want them to not go for me, otherwise I would have too many units to deal with on the left. So in the end I put him here, taking 2 hits from these 2 units and 1 or 2 hits from the other one, and it should survive. But in the end the Evangelists just went straight for the Marauder, which was not bad either. Then another important thing is they have Touch of Faith on both of the Evangelists, so they really don't take much elemental damage, which is mostly what I do with the Fae and with my Apprentice. But my Apprentice has Steel Enchantment, so I can just remove the Touch of Faith from them and at the same time buff my unit. So I do that at some point, but could have done that actually at the earlier stage, but I actually didn't think about it. So here I use the Firebomb because they have a good location and do damage to all of them, and they're going to heal, which kind of give me time. I put the Firstborn in the middle to engage them, force them to take damage if they want to hit me. It works relatively well. The Tigran Evangelist is a better target because it has lower resistance as the Tigran, -1 resistance. So I'm doing a lot of damage, a lot more damage on him than on other units. Also, if I kill it, I can free the Marauder, but that's not very likely actually. The Orc Priest is quite important. Sorry, the Firstborn I mean. Here, because I really need to engage them to give them a lot of damage, because the range damage on, as I explained, they have total damage. I managed to kill the Apprentice, which is good. I really need to take down their units as fast as I can to stop being 3 versus 6 now. So it raises a cadaver, but I can keep dealing a lot of damage to them with the Apprentice. I do some friendly fire on my Firstborn, but that's only 1 damage at a time, so it's good. I killed I went for the cadaver instead of the Reanimator or even the Evangelist, because otherwise he would have engaged my Apprentice and then I would be in trouble to disengage, kill it extra. Here I was lucky that the convert on the Fae failed. It was 35% chance, but if it had worked, I would have been in trouble. And here my Marauder is just destroyed entirely by the Firstborn, which prevented me from saving it. Could have saved it if it had survived 1 more turn, I think. So here that's where I remove the Touch of Faith which could dramatically increase the damage I do. But then I put my fairy in front because I know the Tigran are going to be interested to try to flank the Apprentice, but then they need to take damage twice. And at the same time, if they do attack my phase, I can heal the fairy with my magical being. So it's good to put the fairy on the front line. And here you see I do really a lot of damage on the Tigran. So I had to disengage and attack because my Firstborn didn't have 1 movement points left, because he had just hit the Evangelist with 2 attacks of opportunity, and then in the end I'm 3 versus 1. So it went. I managed to survive, but at the beginning, where when I moved my Fae here, and then the Apprentice was cursed, not cursed, but had the detrimental effect of the throw curse, the failed throw curse. I was really concerned I would just lose all my units, so I was quite happy to win this fight. And here I put the Fae in front because I know I can heal it. So I did take a lot of damage during that fight, and it will take time to. Then I did a second fight at the inn, but before that, because I didn't want to send these 4 units toward the inn, because that would slow them down. So instead I went to clear the Great Farm first. Which unlocked a tiger again. And then I used the tiger to go for the inn. And yeah, kill all the goblins. So now I'm quite low on HP. I used harmonizing energy on the dwarf, which cost me 40 CP and 40 mana. I think it was quite necessary to avoid losing it and to stay in not critical health, let's say. So I ended up the fight at 39. Harmonizing energy heals 30 HP for 20 casting points usually, but when leader is not there, that's double. So I recruited Gryphon Rider, sorry, at the inn for 240 and Nightwatch for 75, thanks to the cost reduction, thanks to Partisan. I sent the Nightwatch back to do some anti-scouting, trying to find a scout. He has night vision, so it's good. He also has urban concealment. It's the Nightwatch and not another unit. So it means if I go on some site or on some bridge, I can stay concealed. That's the plan. I found a Cherub there and decided to kill it. So I sent the Gryphon, then moved back on the other side of lava to avoid being attacked by Gab. I am concerned that he probably has his sorcerer behind me, maybe invisible. We'll see next turn. And we can see here, actually, yeah, we cannot see it. I guess I will need to replay again because I just killed I killed the Cherub immediately. So I think he has only 38 upkeep now, which would mean 2 Cherubs, and I know the location of one of them. I saw it with the Ice Queen on the left, on the east, in the east, and the other one is probably with his leader. Yeah, 38, and then he has 20 upkeep from cadavers and some other units, and he does have a big mana income now. And due to the morale and happiness, about 10 mana production it seems. And then I did one last fight versus a gold mine, where I just froze all the enemy units with my Ice Queen, using first the lower level Ice Queen to guard break, and then the second one for the damage. So next turn I plan to do the Forbidden Sanctum and collect a lot of mana. So I also used some mana this turn because I wanted to avoid overflowing with mana and reaching my limit of 800. Oh yeah, and so here I could have recruited an adventurer or an initiate, and I took the Nightwatch for the reason I explained. Okay, that's end of turn. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next turn.